A very common reaction when you start passing someone's guard after prolonged pressure, the opponent starts to turn away, starts to go to turtle. When you attack turtle, you have to attack it before he enters a stable turtle. Because once he's here, where he cannot really have grips because his elbows are tucked in, toes are tucked in, it is very hard to take the back or take him down again. So, and common things that people do, like beginner mistakes, is to try to put your legs inside, maybe he grabs my leg here, he starts to peel me over, and I lose the top. Now, so my initial reaction is always to put my weight on his hips and make him very heavy. Now, try to lift your hip a bit up, please. That becomes possible, but very hard, so go back down. So very often, especially when points are running out in MMA or in heavy scrambles, put your both hands on the floor, please, and push your shoulders up. Head up and shoulders up. See this. Now, I'm still heavy on the hips. So the next reaction will be, put your toes in the mat, yeah, and now put your hip up. So it goes to a downward facing dog. Great, go back down, please. So here, initially, I try to make it happen slower by keeping my weight on his hips. But let's now say Brent still manages to bring his hip up. Up, 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 up. Now, what is the good and the bad about this? Well, I have space to put my hooks inside, but at the same time, it becomes very explosive again. So stay here, please. Put your hip higher. Yeah, good. Maybe open your legs a little bit more to make you more stable. Okay, good. So here, now, the first thing Brent could do, if I don't stay here at all, if I just stay here, he could circle, see, and keep your hip up, please. Circle, just walk in a circle, yeah, and he can start attacking my legs again. And then after wrestle, go back down, go back in the middle, please. Yeah. So the first thing I like to do is put my right hand inside his hip and my left hand behind his shoulder. So now circle, please, Brennan. I can circle with him. Keep circling. So the initial rotation is already finished. Now, by placing my left hand inside his arm, what I manage here is he cannot catch my hand, please, with your right hand. With your right hand. See, it's hard for him to grip fight. And at the same time, we can put more weight into his hand. Now, I'm going to jump on your back, so don't move, please, stay here. Yeah. So, if I would from here, don't move up. If I just step up to get my both hooks inside, then it's like a slide, and I usually will slide off. So what I gotta do here, I keep my hand inside the elbow, right hand inside the hip, and gonna jump just on one hip. So I'm just gonna jump here. Then I post my hand on his knee initially a bit and catch his elbow, and now I can close my both feet around his back. So if you look from this angle, if I'm more rotating my right hip inside, see, then I'm very stable. However, if I start to rotate my left hip in, I start to slide off. So I'm catching his left hip and rotating my right hip in. Very important here, don't go for a seat belt. You start sliding again, and he can start peeling you off. So what I do, I catch his both hands with my hands. I curl my toes, heels in the butt, so active toes, and I try to make myself very tall. See? Now this puts a lot of pressure on his back. He already starts shaking a bit. Yeah? So good. And now look here. I'm going to go as far as I can, keeping my head up. The moment I go my head down, there's less hip pressure. So head up, start to extend myself, and now I'm going to try to, I'm acting as if I pull his arm up, and this adds more pressure to my right hip. Now, stay up, please. You can stay here for a while, but it will tire him out. The common reaction you will get, just try it at home, is that he's going to put his right knee on the floor. Okay, great. This always gives me the opportunity to put my right foot below his foot here. Now, anytime my both knees turn to the same side, I start to slide off on either side. So here, I'm going to twist my both knees towards each other. This puts more pressure on his leg, which gets twisted. Now I will stretch my both knees, and I will get more torque. And here, the options are many things can happen. If he just remains here, what I like to do is put my left arm inside his neck. So try to catch my hand, please. It's pretty hard to access, and he starts to tumble. Go back down, go back up, please. So by putting my hand in his neck, I start to add more rotation to the neck. You put more pressure, maybe even take the armpit. And my goal is to force his head. So you put your head now a bit on that side, see? Try to force his head inside. Roll with me, please. Eventually they roll. You catch the shoulder, pull him over. Gives you a good shot to put your foot over, switch your legs, and take the back.